What's up, guys? Hey, it's been a wild 24 hours or so since I posted the Rich Taylor lawsuit information. They're calling me a liar. I'm going to tell you why I'm not and what they're actually doing. We've got the odds up on BetOnline, so I've got some picks for you. We're going to get into all that and more. But remember, subscribe, guys. I appreciate the channel subscriptions. They've gone way up, so thank you guys for that. The support during this has been amazing for me, for LACR, and I really appreciate it.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So I see that Pulpamex, Mathis, and all these guys who are on the payroll and taking money from X brand goggles are saying, it's not Rich, it's the insurance company that sued. What? Come on. Not according to the legal document. The legal document says, Zach, by his dad, Rich. It's right here. That's not the insurance company. Now, how many of you guys have ridden at tracks and you've seen injuries? Happens all the time. Have you ever heard of an insurance company forcing someone to sue the track? I haven't. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think insurance companies, if they're going to sue, they'll sue. I've never seen one have the plaintiff sue. It's ridiculous. It's such a stupid idea, and I don't know who came up with it. Never. I don't think it's happened. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody has a case out there. But the insurance company goes off the information you give them. And the lawsuit is from Rich Taylor, not the insurance company. This is 100% a cover-up by Rich Taylor because he's freaking out, going, oh my gosh, everyone knows. And now he knows what a piece of crap we all think he is for doing this to LACR. When I talked about him dressing up as his son and racing the race, I didn't have all the dates right and I didn't have all the races right. But it doesn't matter. That wasn't the point. The point was it was a technicality on a waiver. The fact still is Rich Taylor either raced in his kid's gear or tried to race in his kid's gear as his kid. You can say whatever you want, whether it actually went through. I thought it did, and the person that I talked to told me it did. I've had other people tell me they caught him before it happened. Either way, he tried. And now that's actually forgivable. I actually kind of understand that. Like, you're going all the way to Loretta Lynn's. He's probably racing, his family's racing. You want to have everybody qualified if you're going to make that expensive trip to Loretta Lynn's. I kind of understand that. But suing a track that is the worst thing you can do in this sport. We need these tracks so bad. And everyone who rides at LACR and knows the people from LACR, you guys all know, I can't tell you how many people have reached out and thanked me for bringing this to light because nobody else will. You got Pulpamex, you got Racer X, you got Vital MX, and all these clowns. I have no idea why they feel so strongly that they need to defend Rich Taylor. Maybe they're worried about those ad dollars. I don't know. And also, you really think I wanted to come out with this story? Sure, I get a few extra clicks. It's not worth the headache. If that's why I did it, I would gladly just skip this because I don't need that kind of stress, and I don't need some sue-happy lunatic who's dropping lawsuits on everyone that looks at him crooked aimed at me. But I think it's necessary to call these people out, and I stand by it. And if I get sued, so be it. I also think it's really funny that Rich Taylor has reached out to every media outlet trying to feed his bullcrap to them. But he won't call me back. Rich, call me back. Come on the show. If you honestly want to spread your lie or convince me, why don't you call me directly? You got my number. I left it multiple times, and I've got the receipts. Trust me. I reached out to Rich long before I posted this. I didn't want it to be true. So you can say whatever you want about, the facts and how I laid out the story. Like I said, that was the story I was told. Was everything accurate? No. But the most important things were he raced as his kid or tried to race as his kid, and he sued the track in a frivolous lawsuit after his kid missed his brake and went over a berm. Now, Rich Taylor is a very influential person in this sport. This guy's been around forever. He's a test rider. He works for, he owns X brand goggles. He's respected, or was until this. He's respected. If he shows up at this track, and this turn's been there for months, You don't think he can go to Anthony and the guys at LACR and say, listen, you got to change this. It's extremely dangerous. You don't think they'd listen to Rich? I know damn well they would. So to come back and say, oh, no, it's not me, it's the insurance company. You liar, double down on your bullcrap. That's just not true. It's just not true. While I didn't expect these other media companies to jump on board, I didn't expect them to come out and attack me over that. They're in the wrong. I have the truth on my side here, guys. This is what happened. He sued LACR frivolously. Rich Taylor on behalf of his son, Zach Taylor. What else you got? It was settled in a private settlement. I wasn't supposed to know that information. I do, and I didn't sign any NDAs. Nobody asked me. If I find this out as a journalist, guess what? I can share it. So once again, I challenge you, Rich Taylor, be a man. Call me. Let's talk about this. You want to call me out? You want to call me a liar? You want to say I have misinformation? Well, why won't you call me then? If I'm so wrong, why wouldn't you have called me before I went with it or after? And just tell me what I had wrong. Lots of people in this industry know that I don't run with fake stories. I check them. I call both sides, and I give both sides plenty of opportunity to tell their side of the story. I don't even have to do that. Even though I did, I reached out to Rich, and he never responded. I did. It's legal documents. If you guys want to know how corrupt this sport is, just listen to that Canadian dumbass Steve Mathis talk about this and how he says, oh, I don't have all the facts, blah, blah. Yeah, I got enough of the facts. I got enough of the facts to know Rich frivolously sued LACR, almost closed the track, caused insurance rates to go up for tracks in California, and really damaged the sport that he makes his living off of and that he's made a good living off of. So stop being a coward, Rich Taylor. Call me back. Come on the show, open invitation. Anytime you want to discuss this with me, feel free, I'm here. My phone accepts calls, and I'll gladly accept your call, you dumbass. Okay, now back to what this show is supposed to be. I'm going to do a weekly show talking about the gambling odds for Bet Online. And if you use the link in the description, it helps me out. So if any of you guys want to help me out, that's how you can help me out. Click that link. If you bet, use that link and set up your account there. It helps me a lot. They've been really, really good to me, and I appreciate them. I was disappointed with the matchups this week and the bets that were out there, but I talked to my guy, Eric Apple. If you remember him, he was in the movie Warrior. He was the bad guy that fought against Tom Hardy. He's pretty cool. He's a really cool dude. He was supposed to come on today and talk with me about this. He's going to come on next week, and we'll discuss the odds and what matchups and where we can take this from here. But here's what I got for you so far, and they're supposed to be coming out with some more tomorrow. In the 450 class, they've gotten the matchups. They've got Hunter Lawrence versus Jason Anderson. This is a good matchup because Jason Anderson's really fast at Hangtown. I mean, Hunter Lawrence looked really good too. I don't know. This is a good matchup. Hunter is the favorite at minus 185. Anderson, you get plus 145. This, in my opinion, is a coin flip. I'm putting my money on Jason Anderson. I think that's a good. The only reason I'm choosing Jason over Hunter, like I said, it's 50-50. But if you're going to give me plus 145, I'm going to take Jason Anderson. The next matchup that they've listed is Chase Sexton versus Hunter Lawrence. Well, I'm sorry. What I saw from Chase Sexton last week, he's looking to win this thing. He's not just going to beat Hunter. He wants to beat Jet. He's a minus 160 favorite over Hunter Lawrence at plus 120. Man, I'll take Sexton all day long on that one. You don't get an even money payback, but I don't care. I don't think that's an even bet. I'm going with Sexton all day long. And then in the 450 class, the odds, they have Jet at minus 500 to win the race. Yeah, that's probably where it should be. But I mean, you have to bet $5 to win $1. I don't like that. It's just not a good bet, because what if something happens? If you want to go that route, you got to put a lot of money up just in case Sexton gets over. And Sexton will get over on him at some point this year. Sexton is the guy, probably the only guy that's going to beat him. And Sexton is plus 250. Now, if this was a bet, Jet versus the field, I might take it because maybe he has an issue. But now that you've got to pick the specific guy, what if him and Sexton go down together? I just don't like this bet at plus 250. That's all you get for Chase Sexton. So I'm going to lay off of, odds to win Hangtown in the 450 class. Tell me this, guys. I've been asking them for this over and over. I want a fast qualifier odd. I think that's interesting because Jet doesn't get that every single time. Neither does Hayden Deegan. It's kind of wide open. You get to pick the fastest qualifier, and I've been asking them for that, and hopefully I can get them to put that up on there. Now, the head-to-head in the 250 class, we've got to have Levi Kitchen versus Hayden Deegan. That's just a no-brainer. Hayden Deegan is a minus 140. Levi Kitchen is plus 100. Even money. You bet $5, you win $5. You get a little less than that with Hayden Deegan. And the way Hayden rode last week, and the way how durable he is, and how he feeds off this kind of negative energy, I like Hayden at plus 140. So I'm going to put some money on Hayden Deegan over Levi Kitchen at minus 140. Now in the 250 class, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of money around because I think there's lots of guys that could actually end up with the overall win. The ones that really caught my eye with some good odds was Tom Vial at 4-1. That means I bet $1 to win $4. Yeah, he's got a really good shot to win this thing. So I'm going to put a little money on him. And I know Joe Schmoda is coming off the ankle injury. He started really slow, but he's always a threat on any given day. If he gets a good start, Joe Schmoda can put it down and he could win. Joe Schmoda is at a plus 600, so I'm going to put a little money on him. I think that's a good bet. Is he going to win? Probably not, but you're giving me 6-1. I think he's more of a 4-1 type guy, so I think I'm getting some value on that one. And my long shot for Hangtown is Joey Savacci. Joey looks good. He hadn't had any gate drops in a long, long time, but that Triumph looks awesome. He looks fast, and he loves Hangtown. He's a plus 1,100 underdog. That's 11-1. You bet $10, you win $110. That's a good bet. So I'm definitely going to sprinkle some money on Joey Savacci because while it's unlikely, I see him more as like a 4-1 or 5-1 underdog, not 11-1. So there's definitely value right there. And unfortunately, as of right now when I'm recording this, I'm going to try and do these on Fridays when they have a few more bets out there. There will be some more stuff posted up tomorrow, and I'll update that on my Instagram. If you go to Chris Cooksey 61 on Instagram, I'll put a link in I'll put it up here. If you follow me on Instagram, I will be updating the newer ones that they come out with. And I'm going to try and do these shows typically on Fridays. So remember, use the link and it definitely helps me out when you set up your account. So what you do is you set up the account and once you put your initial deposit, they hook me up. Thanks guys. I appreciate everything. And yeah, let's call out these liars. And that's the only reason I'm doing this on Thursdays. I just want to get this out. I'm kind of pissed that of the response that I'm getting from the other media outlets. Instead of calling a scumbag, they're trying to kill the messenger. So screw you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Cooksey Mob, you guys kick ass.